Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have a very interesting article here and it's coming from Poland. And let me read it and you're going to figure out what I mean by the title and not only. This comes from the New Voice of Ukraine from October 2nd, 2022. So let's read the article, right? The Poland completes construction of wall on border with Belarus. So Poland completes a construction of a wall, the whole wall. Okay, let's see what's going on here. The completion of the wall was announced on Twitter by Stanislaw Zarin, the commissioner of the Polish government for the security of the information space. And I'm quoting, Poland has completed the construction of a protective barrier on the border with Belarus, he wrote. And I'm quoting the same person. Illegal entry to Poland is now impossible. Illegal entry. Today, the Polish border is the most protected one in Europe, end quote. Now, on November 13, 2021, the head of the Polish Ministry of Internal Affairs, Mariusz Kamiński, said that by the end of the first half of 2022, Poland intends to significantly strengthen the border with Belarus in order to stop illegal migration from Belarusian border, not Belarusians. And I'm quoting, we want the fence installed by the end of the first half of 2022. It would be a structure of 180 kilometers, that's about 110 miles, long, 5.5 meters high, that's about 6 yards high, and about, let's say, 6 multiplied by 3, like you get 18 feet tall, okay? And this is the key word here, though, it will involve the most advanced technologies. What do you mean? What kind of technologies? I mean, I know technologies like laser, I know technologies like, all kind of HIMARS, what kind of technologies? Anyway, a migration crisis began in the region in early July 2021 when Belarusian dictator Alexander Lukashenko threatened to flood Polish, Lithuania and Latvia with migrants. The threat was a response to the imposition of European sanctions against his regime for rigging the 2020 Belarus presidential election. So, what they did, Belarus started to provide visas and arrange flights from the Middle East for migrants, whom it then gave instructions on how to cross the border into the European Union from Belarus into some cases, in some cases providing the support. Poland, Latvia and Lithuania have described the Belarusian dictatorship action as a type of hybrid warfare against them. Well, can you think of something similar? Can you think? All right, I can think of one. Let's go. I think you remember that the former president of the United States of America, Donald Duck Trump, the Orange Man, Bad, the 45, however you want to call him, he secured against his party's wishes funds to build the southern border. And he started building the border because he said that that's to protect, you don't know who's coming and so on. So he started the building. Now the other party and others said that that's illegal and that is against human rights and that's okay? And that should not be built and that free movement of people should not be infringed and so on. When Joe Biden got elected, they stopped the construction. Therefore, obviously tells us that they did not like the wall to be built at the United States' southern border because reasons that I already explained. You can find them, the articles are still there. Now, Poland does the same thing with what did Lukashenko do? He did this. He helped facilitate the poor migrants. From one side, he said, oh well, I'm a bad dude. He might have said, we don't want you guys. We're going to give you to people who want you, European Union. So he actually facilitated the transport and other things. So he transported them and told them how to get the border. They got over there and then you had the Polish guys defending their border. And for that, they were blamed and all that. Blamed both of them. The Poles that they didn't let the migrants in. That guy because they brought the migrants at the border of Poland. So they should just be allowed to cross wherever. No borders here, but borders there. Anyway, so this is what happened. The thing is, I wonder what US's position will be on this, as Poland, who's a very big ally of the United States, constructed this wall that the current administration stopped the construction in its own country. Okay? Now, I know there were some lawyers and some people in Mexico providing those people who wanted to cross the border in the United States with the same indication how when they cross the border, what they should say, in order to facilitate a smoother in the United States. Well, Lukashenko did the same thing, but Lukashenko is a bad dude. The other ones were not were not seen as bad dudes, instructing those people who want to cross the border what to do once they get and meet the border patrol, U.S. border patrol. But Lukashenko was the bad dude. Now, what is the stance of the United States, as I said, on the border? This wall, to prevent, as they say, the illegal migrants to come in. Are they going to call it the same way they called Trump's wall? I bet not. And why is that? Because their values are situational. That's the word, situational. So that means if my friend commits a crime, it's different than an enemy or a person I don't like committing the same crime. Example? You can say, well, wait a second. This wall was built by a country, okay? Well, a country is not us, okay? Yeah, but you use certain arguments and certain values to support your claim that the Trump's wall was bad. Well, that means you have a certain value. You upheld certain values. Free migration, free movement of the people, and all that. And some here deemed that wall being okay? Now, the same thing should apply everywhere else. That's how values work, okay? Everywhere else, regardless of who that person is, friend, enemy, and friend, foe, and all that. Shouldn't matter. I mean, if my father is a criminal, he's a criminal. I can't call it my father, no criminal. Neighbor, the same crime, criminal. That's not justice, okay? That's not values. So again, I'm waiting for this administration here to condemn the Polish government's construction of that wall, which I personally think that's each country's decision to do it. I mean, you have a key at your entrance door. That's your house. That's your family. You allow whomever you want in your house. And you can't call me because I lock my door during the nighttime and I maybe sleep with something under my pillow, if you know what I mean. And who that? You know what I mean? Something like that. So just keep this in mind. You can't be like this situational. I mean, you can, but you're gonna be called weasel. All right? That's what is with this. And remember, the European values are imposed by some individuals on the new countries, okay? And, certain countries, if they don't agree with the values imposed from Brussels, they would lose billions of dollars in funding. So therefore, when you have Babushka in Poland village, Karunski or something, no, Karunski sounds Druski, Karunchev or Karunch, whatever, something Polish over there, all right? And you tell the Babushka that now you have to agree to all these people come here, she has to say, oh, okay. But you have to, otherwise you don't get the money so they can build you the fence or put asphalt on your road in your village, Babushka. The Babushka say, they are Catholic, so the other way. Pam, pam, pam with the whole hand. Yeah, what can you do? You got to change your values, Babushka. Your traditions, you have to accept this. Okay? With your open arms and shirt and for everyone. So anyway, just as I said, situational values. Weasels. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.